Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. It's your host Akshat, and today's episode is going to be an exciting deep dive into the world of prompt engineering, Gen AI, and LLMs. We have got a fantastic guest lined up for you today. We have Dr. Satish from Cognizant with us. Let's get started and hear from Dr. Satish himself. So, Satish, let's get started with your professional journey and what
Mhm.
got you into AI.
Okay. So maybe I'll give you a very quick introduction.
Yeah.
So thanks for giving me this opportunity to talk to you about AI and Gen AI capabilities. So basically, I'll be focusing more towards life science and bioinformatics.
Okay.
Yeah. So currently, I'm working as a practice head for life science and bioinformatics at Cognizant for more than a year now. And I have a PhD in biomedical science with almost 18 years of academics and industrial experience in the area of cancer genetics, genomics, drug discovery, and bioinformatics.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a huge aspiration to solve and implement bioinformatics and AI ML based methods in different modules of life sciences and healthcare
Okay.
applications.
Yeah.
And I have published more than 16 research articles in high impact factor journals.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my brief background, and if you want to know like what kind of projects I have accomplished
Yeah.
using AI or any LLM projects, so I won't be talking about the projects basically. So I'll be giving more about like what's my point of view, and
Okay.
that's what we do as a consultant, right?
Okay.
As a consultant, I deal with lot many requirements from our business partners. So from life science and healthcare perspective, there are a lot of opportunities where AI and Gen AI can be applied to cut down the time, cost, and resourcing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can give you some examples like in the area of life sciences. So drug repurposing is a very good example, right? Drug
Okay.
repurposing is basically like when you are reusing or repurposing the drug which has been failed during some stages of clinical trial, right? And when the drug is failed, basically at some stages of clinical trial, lot of amount of money, lot of amount of time, lot amount of money has already been invested in that process, right? So it should not go waste. So how we are going to reutilize the experiment which has been done to experiment those drug against some particular disease, right? So what people are doing, like people are using knowledge graph and AI based algorithm to detect existing medicines that could address, for example, COVID-19, right? And recently it happened like researchers just took 48 hours to identify the best candidate. And it was a drug called baricitinib, a drug created for rheumatoid arthritis. And this was successfully approved by FDA for treatment of hospitalized adults with coronavirus.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one example. And other examples where AI and Gen AI can be used, it can be used for site selection. Like site selection is one can choose which site is more favorable to do or conduct a clinical trial, and identification and selection of cohorts or a group of patients. And it also helps in patient recruitment and retention, universal data management, and prediction of reporting of adverse events. So these are some of the areas where AI can be uh, used quite exhaustively in the clinical
Okay.
and also no, not only during the clinical operations, also during the early drug discovery phase. Gen AI is already have been implemented, right? For example, AlphaFold is one company which is generating 3D structure of protein using protein sequences, using amino acid sequences, using Gen AI.
Okay.
And other example could be novel molecule generation using generative models such as variational autoencoders and generative adversarial networks, GANs. So
Okay.
these are some of the areas where AI and Gen AI can be definitely used to streamline the process or to smoothen the process of drug discovery and clinical trials.
Okay. Like in the current scenario, what kind of a skill set do you see an AI team should have to build a
Mhm.
great AI product, especially in bioinformatics?
Yeah. So bioinformatics is again like a very it is a subject which requires a very diverse kind of skill set, right?
Okay.
And if I talk about bioinformatics or a bioinformatician or a data scientist or any kind of profile who has aspiration to build any AI product, right?
Yeah.
For first, very basic would be like that profile should have a very strong understanding of statistics, basic maths, probability, and ML algorithms. So that should be one aspect, and definitely that is on top of it, you should have a good proficiency in programming languages like Python or an SQL. And
Mm-hmm.
now every companies or all companies or all technologies, they want to migrate towards cloud, right? So knowledge of cloud platforms and ML tools and frameworks are very important, and expertise or exposure to NLP, ETL pipelines, data warehousing is again very important aspect. And last, not the least, but uh, domain experts, like, because if you want to build a AI product for life science or for any of the domain, right, until you don't have understanding about the domain, it's very hard to understand the concepts, and it's very hard to understand the significance. It's very hard to interpret the result, basically. And definitely, like, as a team, like, these skill sets might not be carried by one person. So technically, a team should have all this
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have a team of 10 people. People should have understanding of statistics, probability, ML algorithms, Python, R, cloud platforms, NLP, ETL, and definitely like product managers and UX UI designers. Like, so if we have this kind of capability for a team, I think AI can be well built with these understandings.
Okay. And Satish, you mentioned about different LLM projects, like if there is something undergoing. So what is the status of that LLM project? Like you are still exploring or building internally or have deployed in prod?
Yeah. So actually, it is on both stages. We have also implemented some Gen AI based projects, and also we are exploring. Sorry for my bad throat.
No, no, no.
Yeah. So as an organization, if you want to understand, yes, we are very aggressively taking up Gen AI projects, and Cognizant has launched. Uh, it's called as Cognizant Neuro AI platform to help companies responsibly deploy Gen AI at enterprise scale. So basically, this platform is designed to provide meaningful business benefits for clients, which includes a lot of aspects. So some of these are like discovering new business innovation vectors,
Mm-hmm.
creating ways to differentiated customer and employee experiences, reliable governance, visibility, control, compliance, improve time to market at enterprise scale. So these are some of the features. And also, if I can talk about from life science perspective, yes, we have also leveraged this Cognizant Neuro AI platform uh,
Okay.
in pharmacovigilance.
Okay.
Pharmacovigilance is basically like uh, uh, how you detect and how you report the adverse event created by some specific drug which is already there in the market. And
Okay.
again, from life science perspective, we have implemented Gen AI based projects in literature mining, protocol
Mhm.
writing, scientific writing, adverse event reporting, and also apart from this, we have very good number of cases in clinical operations where Gen AI can be implemented.
Okay. So when you mentioned like you're using GenAI especially for document mining,
Mhm.
so do you use prompt engineering there? And
Uh,
like if yes, then what's the best way to do prompt engineering?
uh, so I'm not a developer, but
Okay.
definitely like yes, prompt engineering has been implemented. So I think from developer perspective, people from that background can speak in a much better way. But yeah, as a terrific user of ChatGPT or any Gen AI based tools, right? I provide to I prefer to provide input with like, for example, like when I use Bard or when I use ChatGPT. So as an input, I try to give input with a very great clarity and specificity. I use very simple or direct language with concise sentences. Clearly state the task you want the model to perform, and provide relevant context and examples if necessary. experiment with different prompt format to see what works best for your specific task. And also you can break down the complex task into smaller, more manageable prompts. And you sometimes you get a response from the model, right? So you can use the model's previous response to guide your subsequent prompts. And based on that, you can refine your prompts based on model's output to get better results. And sometimes you get a very biased result. Like, since I am from a domain side, from a life science perspective, I'm just focusing more towards life science because that's my background. So, and one should have a understanding of what exactly you're asking, right? So until you don't know, because this is very new,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
models they are based on foundational models, right? So you never know like on what data these foundational models has been created. So one need to be very vigilant on the output. So if you get the output, I at least at this moment I verify the output given by ChatGPT or by Bard. And
Mm.
once I'm satisfied, then actually I modify the prompt to get more better answer with like with better clarity, and it is very good in text generation with a very good uh, uh, design of sentences. So in that way I use quite a lot.
Okay. And like, so this is a so much fast evolving field. Okay. So how do you ensure you are up to date with the latest technology in this landscape?
Yeah. So see, so again, like I'm focusing like my background is science.
Yeah. No issues.
Yeah, and so I try to read a lot of scientific articles. So
Mm-hmm.
scientific articles are published in a lot of different places like PubMed and all, like Science Direct and all. So I go and read scientific articles, and there are a lot of interesting blogs and posts where companies, where a lot of different organizations publish about Gen AI and how they are implementing the Gen AI LLM models in different areas of life sciences. So definitely, I follow a lot of reports published by Gartner and McKinsey, and I do follow all big pharma and tech companies like Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, AWS, who are investing big time to build LLM models for life science and medical industry.
Okay. And like according to like for our young listeners, what are steps like one should take to become an expert in AI, especially in the field of bioinformatics and life sciences?
Yeah. So with bioinformatics and life sciences, definitely like domain knowledge is very important. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have a prior exposure to a life sciences, that's well and good. And I've already mentioned about different skill sets to build an AI product, right? As a team, like what are the different skill sets required? So one can attain those kind of skill sets, basically like good understanding of maths, statistics, programming languages, ML algorithms, and as a bioinformatician, right? Because bioinformaticians are like if I talk about the new bioinformaticians which are coming up in the market, so they are very well versed with programming languages, they are well versed with databases, and they have good exposure of and understanding of data which is published in life science field, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so one should have a good understanding of domain, and also like I would recommend to do practice and validate like there are a lot of different data sources available, right? If you go to Kaggle, if you go to data.gov, or if you go to data sets, so there are a lot of data sets available publicly. One should go and using these skill sets, like one should go and use all these packages which are already present in Python and R, and they can start practicing by building and validating different ML models using these open data sources. So I think that will definitely help them to grow as a expert, or a good as a career. Yeah, one can take it up quite nicely as it is picking up nowadays.
Okay. And are there any courses you would recommend to our audience looking to enhance their skills? Um,
Yeah. So I found some courses like so with respect to courses, I think there are some basic courses by Databricks,
okay.
generative AI fundamentals, and Google has Google AI's introduction to generative AI.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is generative AI for everyone. So this courses provided by Coursera. And
And any courses to brush up your domain knowledge, like with respect to this
Mhm.
generative AI. Any courses are there?
Um, right now, like if you go to Google, right? So there are a lot of courses. Right now, I don't remember it very, but there is good books, cookbooks for bioinformatics, and also there are a lot of online courses, and also like if you go to YouTube, so there are a lot of channels run by I think NPTEL organization. So they have a lot of good bioinformatics courses. So if you want to understand very basic bioinformatics, and if you want to go a bit advanced level bioinformatics, so there are a lot of cookbooks for bioinformatics, and also like one can learn bioinformatics in like 21 days or 20 days. You'll find a lot of online tutorial. So one can go and see like what exactly is bioinformatics, what kind of algorithms, what kind of tools, what kind of methods people use to analyze biological data using computational methods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Satish, I think I've covered all the questions. So, any last thoughts, like final departing thoughts for our listeners?
So yeah, as a life science, I would say like people should definitely learn all these data science concepts. When I say data science concepts, uh, people should start learning the new methods or new algorithms of where how AI can be implemented. And now a lot of different LLM models are already coming up in the market by different companies like AWS, Microsoft, Nvidia, and all. So there are a lot of LLM models which are very specific to life sciences and medical industry. So if you are interested, I would highly recommend to at least expose yourself to these LLM models and see like how you can generate new data, how you can create new insights using Gen AI.
Okay. So that's all for today, folks. Hope you loved listening to Dr. Satish and had great insights from this episode. Please leave your questions in the comments and we will reach out to Dr. Satish to answer those for you. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.